welcome to Viewpoint on Oweleketv. I am Antonia Wokolo. And of course, Viewpoint is the show where we bring trending topics and we share our honest opinion about them. When I say we, that means I'm not alone in the studio. I have Ramsey with me in the studio today. How are you doing, Ramsey?
Antonia. I'm good. I feel so great.
I can see it's evidence that you're feeling great.
Yeah,
and we
sure.
also have Chiwendu Osisiogo in the studio today. How are you doing, Chiwendu?
I'm fine. Hello, Antonia.
It's like your energy is low. Ramsey's in high spirits. You're
Chiwendu,
on. You're not. I'm
Chiwendu, how you
fine.
doing?
I'm fine, Mr. Ramsey.
I can see that
Okay.
you're
No,
fine.
we'll pass the vibe to her because it's
No,
looking like,
she's speaking the vibe.
Yeah. So the topic we're looking at today: who should a man buy a vehicle for, a car for, his wife or his mother? So now there was a video making rounds sometimes last week about a man whose wife put to bed and his wife put to bed and then he bought his mom a car. And then the wife was complaining, and then some online in-laws have been complaining and saying, he should not have gotten the car for the wife. He should have gotten he should not have gotten the car for the mother. He should have gotten it for the wife. The wife just put to bed. How will she go for postnatal care and all these appointments and all of that? That should have come as a push gift. Let me start with Chiwendu. Ladies first, yes. Yes, now as labor president. Thank you, my wife.
Push. As in pushing
After
baby.
Yes,
for like
after
nine
carrying
months.
him for 9 months.
Push.
Yes.
Right.
So that's the gift. So say, thank you, wifey, for
Push gifts.
giving me this bundle of joy.
Wow,
Do you understand?
that's
Even
good.
though both of them are let's leave that. So Chiwendu, tell us, do you think, who should a man, in your honest opinion, who should the husband have gotten a vehicle for first, the wife or the mother? Or do you think him getting a vehicle for the mother, there's no big deal there? Do you understand? What are your honest thoughts on this matter?
All right, thank you very much, Antonia. In as much as mothers are very, very important, nothing can take the place of a mother in our lives, of course. And in as much as the man loves his mother, it shouldn't be to the detriment of the wife. You know, a mother has her own role. The wife also has her own role. There are two different roles. Okay, a mother gave birth to a son, and after training the child grew up and eventually married. The son should have bought the car before he got married, not when you are married. Because now the wife has a lot of responsibility, taking care of your children, bearing your name, changing her name from her father's name, and you're telling me you're going to buy a car for your mom when I'm there. So I should be trekking under the sun, and your mother should be driving a car. Are you hearing yourself, Mr. Anthony?
Okay, so Ramsey, do you share the same thoughts? Because Chiwendu is asking us if we're asking the online in-laws and the men. So you have to speak for the men, defend the husbands. Do you think, as a husband, you buy a car for your mother? Who would you, if you want to get a car now, for your wife or for your mom,
mother.
who would you buy for?
I'm not even defending the men.
Okay.
I'm not defending the men. I want to talk about what is obtainable.
Okay.
What is supposed to be done in a sane society. I really want to look at it from different perspective.
Okay.
You know, different stroke for different folks. What works for you may be different from what works for me. You're talking about buying a car for either the mother or the wife of a man. It varies. Number one, how many cars do we have in the house? That is one. Are you lacking cars to drive?
No, from this, it looks as though she doesn't have a car, because I don't think
She doesn't have a car.
I
So-
don't think any lady, any woman, if she had a car, I'm not
course,
sure
it's
she would
not-
have
it's
had
not- yes.
problems
No,
with
I'm not
with the
talking about
husband
her own
buying
personal
for.
car.
Do you understand?
There could be cars in the house.
Okay, like the car that the husband usually takes
there may be
children
cars in the house.
to work with.
Like some families look at it as, except for some men. Some men will just tell you, this car is for official car. If I'm going for this kind of meeting, if I'm going for this, I should use this car. All right. But all the other cars, anyone can jump into it, okay, and go to anywhere depending on which is available at a particular point in time. That is one scenario. Then another scenario is that there is just one car in the house.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's just one car in the house. The husband uses it, the wife uses it, depending on whose need for it is more pressing at a particular point in time. And it depends on the situation that somebody's mother is in at a particular point in time? Is it that the mother is bedridden? What is the situation? Is it that this woman is old, but then there are places she would need to go to, maybe at a particular point in time, that is somehow compulsory? But before a man go ahead to do anything, you don't do it just because you want to do it, but you do it because yourself and your wife have decided to do it like that. But sometimes online in-laws come up with their own opinion
Of what a
Okay.
marriage situation should
crying
be.
for somebody else who is cutting the onions. You understand?
think-
so
I think
there is always a check and balance in these things. When you hear, oh, he just bought a car for the wife, he just bought a car for the mother. Okay, who should get a car first? You are in my house. All right. If I own a car, it's your car.
Okay, what's
If you
yours
own
is
a
mine.
car,
What's mine
if
is
you
yours.
own a
I don't
car,
see. I don't see. I don't see. Accept that.
It's my car.
Tonya.
But then
Okay.
let me land.
Sorry,
Chiwedu,
if you're having just one car in your house and you feel you and your wife should share it, but I don't feel you should buy a car for your mom at that time. If your wife has her own personal car, for crying out loud, you and your wife are both going to work, you're going to a different place, and your wife is also going to a different place, and now you people are using only one car. So when it's time for me to use the car, just because you want to go to work and you're driving the car to your working place, what will I use? Ashwanta Keke. What I'm trying to say is not a bad thing to buy a vehicle for your mom, but the timing is wrong. If you can buy my own car at that time, then probably after a
what
year, when
timing are
God
you talking
blesses
about?
you.
What timing
now
are you
When
talking
God
we are-
about?
blesses
we are
you,
using-
buy a car for
Can
your
I-
mom.
no,
It's a
no,
different
when
thing.
God
And you and your wife
blesses
supposed
you.
to agree to it. No, you're not going to
Yeah,
go and
that's
buy
what I
a car.
said. You and your wife have to agree to
Agree
it.
to it.
If
We are
God
looking-
blesses you and you want to strike a balance, buy for your mother, buy for your wife.
That one
We are
is
looking.
better.
We are
It's
looking
okay.
at the scenario.
It's okay,
of-
but then your husband should be able to make a sacrifice. That's why he's the head. He should be able to make a sacrifice. My wife will not be trekking if there is one car in the house when I am driving. My wife should not be jumping from Okada to Okada with my baby on her back while I am driving. To men like that, it is a shame and they are embarrassment to manhood. So if you're talking about sacrifices, the men should make the sacrifice. If there is one car, like I gave a scenario, if there is a reason, a cogent reason, a pressing need why your mother should have a car, fine. Okay, a wise mother should even ask you, but your wife doesn't have a car. Why are you buying a car for me? Because some men are mommy's boy and they want to please their mommy to the detriment of their wife, which is totally wrong. No one will want to support that. But then if you're talking about this, we should strike a balance. You understand? So the man should be ready to make sacrifices as at when due. All right? You shouldn't be trekking to your office. It is my pride when my wife drives to the office and I take taxi to the office. I should be proud. Let me not use myself as an example. But then a lot of sacrifices have to be. But it depends on
the
individual.
understanding.
It depends
All right.
on the individual.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ramsey. Thank you, Chiwendu. So we've heard from both of them. Marriages, communication is key. As a couple, you must communicate, come to agreement. There are certain sacrifices couples have to make to ensure that their marriage work. And there is this kind of strife. I don't know if strife is the right word to use, where people tend to want to cause a bit of friction between mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws and make it look as though they are dragging, they are competing for something. Okay,
for the man, of course.
for the man.
He's
because
my son.
he's
I
my
carried
son.
him for 9 months.
Then
You
the
just
woman
came
like,
and
no.
married him. You
And-
want to enjoy.
And the woman will be like,
calm down.
you carried
calm
him
down.
for
9 months.
for 9 months. I'm the one with him now, and I'll
You
be
carried
with
him for 9 months, but I'm carrying him for life.
Do you understand? And I'll be with
And I'm
him
giving birth
till.
only.
So that's it. That's why I said there must be balance. You carried him for 9 months, but I'm carrying him for life. I'm
So-
even carrying a heavier load than you carried him for 9 months. Yeah, that's
Maybe
it.
it was just 4.5 kg or
That's
something.
it. So
So
it
couples,
depends anyway.
couples have to have an understanding. Marriage is all about sacrifice. It's all about understanding. It's all about communication. And mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, extended relatives also understand this, that the man and the wife ought to have an agreement, have to reach an agreement before they can carry out anything, so it doesn't cause friction and their marriage keeps moving on smoothly and peacefully. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Viewpoints. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms, and also do not forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and also share to your loved ones, share to your friends, and also leave your thoughts in the comment section. We want to know, as a man, would you buy a car for your wife or for your mother? Who would you buy for first? And as a lady, what do you think? Would you be okay with your husband buying a car for you first before his mother? Ramsey raised the salient point that what if the mother is sick and she needs to go do hospital runs and all of that? So leave your comments. We'd love to read from you. Thank you so much, Ramsey, Chiwendu, for adding your voice to this conversation. Thank you for watching.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.